Hey folks, welcome to the Cardboard Cave. We're here to do a quick look at a pretty cool board game that's come out recently. It came out in time for Halloween. I apologize for not getting this up before Halloween. But this is a game called Boxtop Pinball Haunted House. And there are other versions of this planned. I know Las Vegas is coming out. It's not out yet. There may be others depending how it does, I imagine. But this is Haunted House version. Boxtop Pinball is the game from Pandasaurus. And basically, it's a game that uses dice as quote-unquote pinballs to hit down this cascading board. And if you've ever played the game Tumbling Dice, that's actually what this is like. It is tumbling dice with a theme and a few additional ways to score, and much, much, much cheaper. I adore Tumbling Dice. It's a wooden game. Tumbling is tumbling dice, not tumbling dice. Tumbling Dice is still available from Eagle Griffin Games. It's like $80. And that's the quote-unquote sale price. I think 100 is the retail price. I know it's 80 right now. I just checked the other day. But it's an heirloom game. It's a game that'll last forever. I mean, there's no reason it won't last a lifetime. This is not that, but this is a $20 game. It might retail for $24.99. I think I paid under $20 for it from Game Nerds. Super cheap, like $20. And basically, you've got, well, this is the actual box here. And then this is actually just a sleeve that goes over the box. And when you pack the thing away, all these boxes will basically nest inside of it. So it's like it's not a huge box. It's just like a chunky box. But then you pull everything out of it and set it up. And so this represents, of course, the front of the pinball machine. We put your quarters in. And the idea is to flick your dice just as if you had launched your pinball. So we're going to pretend we're playing a 3-player game. It comes with dice for 4 players. You only use 4 dice, and then you set it to a side because you might get those as the game goes. So we'll not use yellow this game. You got a score pad, rules, 24 wooden dice with the numbers 1, 2, 3 on them. So 1, 2, and 3. They're not regular 6-sided dice. And you got basically cardboard components, but it's pretty sturdy. Like, it's not cheap cardboard. It's, you know, reasonably thick. These just slide down in here, but it's pretty easy. Like, they seem stout enough. Then you got standees to represent the monsters. You got little clue tokens you put out. Actually, I'm supposed to have a guy right here. Where's he at? There he is. Oh, no, I think maybe at the start they do start this way. You know, I'm not even sure about that. Did I get that right? Did I get that right? Yes, okay. So they don't all start at the top. All right. So basically, you got Skeleton and Frankenstein and Medusa. Then you got clues that are worth random numbers of points on the bottom. And then you got scoring bonus zones. I think they call them like magic circles. I can't remember what they call them. But like if your dice finishes here, you're going to get double points, triple points if you finish on that treasure chest. There's a double point here, a double point there. That is the bonus dice area. That's what they call the circle. Magic circle, something like that. Then you got a ×3 here. Oops, a ×3 here and here. And here at the very end, you got a ×5, but that is incredibly risky. I think you'd have to be lucky or incredibly good, one or the other, to land it there. Because if you land off the table, of course, it doesn't count. Speaking of, I should probably move this way a little bit because I don't want to land off the desk completely. Oh, also, if you fall in one of these holes, you don't score. So you don't want to fall in one of those holes. But yeah, it was pretty easy to set up. I was surprised. Everything just slots in nicely. It's actually got, it tells you like B goes in B, you know, C goes in C. It's pretty simple, and everything felt sturdy enough. This probably isn't going to last a lifetime like Tumbling Dice, but again, it costs $20. And it seems sturdy enough. I was pleased with the quality overall for the price point. I mean, this is like Hasbro game price point. And it's way better quality than a $20 Hasbro game, I'll tell you that much. So anyways, here we go. We're going to show you how it works. Now this, your launch pad, you can slide all the way to the edge or the other edge, but not past. Like you can't slide it that far. You can slide up to the edge like that. I do like the art on this, by the way. It kind of looks like an old pinball table. I love that. But yeah, give you an above view here. I actually love the art. It's one of my favorite things about it. So yeah, we'll just say the red player is going first, and you can flick it any way you want to. The only thing you can't do is throw it. You can flick it. It says you can even shove it if you want to, just like tumbling dice. But the classic way to do it is a flick. Now, the only two things you need to know. If you land off the board or in a hole, that dice won't score this round. Once everybody's used all their dice, the round ends. Hitting a monster will score. Bumping one of these, you'll get to pick it up, and you'll know because it has an outline. So if it's bumped out of the outline, you'll know you must have hit it. But if somebody else knocks you off the table, wherever you end up at the end of the round is what's going to score. So just because you landed somewhere you wanted to, somebody else might knock you off, and that's really why the game is going to be fun, because tumbling dice is the same way. These are just basically backboards to help you not fall off everywhere. So let's just go here. Let's aim for this treasure chest. That's 3. All right, that was terrible. Next, let's have the orange player go. And maybe he's going to try the same thing. Whoa, he went a lot further. So whatever you're on, it's going to be the score. So this is just 1 point right now, while this one's 3, and that's pretty much just luck. If this had landed here, though, and was still there at the end of the round, that would be 9 points, because it's a triple multiplier. So whatever your dice ends up on, and obviously you're not allowed to touch a dice once you do it. I just broke the rules there majorly. And you can also put it on any number you want to start. Like maybe you're superstitious, or maybe you've tried it out and you feel like maybe if you start on 1, it's easier. So maybe I'm going to move this over this way. I can move it all the way to the edge there, because I want to hit that monster. I want to hit the Medusa head there. Oh, I almost went in the hole. I did hit the monster, and if you're not sure, you can see it is slightly moved out of its outline. So based on the rules, the way I understand it, that would count. So what happens is you move the monster to its next spot on the next level, which would be down here. Now for this round, hitting it again won't do me any good, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark that I hit the Medusa head there. Just check it off. Okay, then it's back to the red player, I believe, because we're doing a 3-player game. Maybe they want to hit... They're going to aim for that bonus area down there, and I'll show you how that works if I can do it. Well, I didn't do that, but I definitely hit the monster. So it'll move down to here. And I will now get to check that off for the red player. The orange player goes... Maybe they want to be tricky. They want to land in the 2 zone here for double score, and they want to knock this one, the teal player, into the hole so they won't score anything for that dice. Oh! Well, they did it, except they also killed themselves. So that's what they get for being greedy, I guess. Now the teal player, maybe they're going to go for this bonus rug down here, the blue bonus zone. Oh, so close. So that's just a regular dice, but it's still going to score as long as it's still there at the end of the game. I think we're back to red now. They're going to aim... Maybe they're going to aim for the Frankenstein monster down there. Well, that's all right. To orange. Oof. All right, teal. All right. They're not hitting a monster. They're not hitting a clue, so... They just are where they are. You don't need to do anything with them. Red's final die for the round. They really want that bonus, because what happens is if you land in here, or if somebody else knocks you in here, you get one of your bonus dice and you get to go again. Otherwise, you only get 4 dice in a round. So they're going to go for that. Instead, went right in the hole. Okay, orange. They're just going to cause chaos. They're just going down here. Off the table. So that's going to be a 0. Well, teal's the only one left. They're going to go for the bonus one more time. Oh, they knocked red. They knocked red into the bonus. So red gets a bonus dice this round. So here, they get a chance. They're going to try to get another bonus. They didn't do it, but this is a kind of odd rule, but I knocked another dice in the monster. That counts as me hitting it. So red would get to count this monster as hit, even if you knock somebody else into it. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the round. So what do you do now? Well, I would have been checking off which monsters we hit. And basically, if you hit just one monster, it's 2 points. 2 monsters is 5 points. If you hit each monster one time in a round, that's 10 points. Hitting the same monster multiple times in a round doesn't do you any good. So like, if this was me and I checked off, I'd hit Medusa and Frank, I would score 5 points for monsters. Dice, let's just score red. All right. 1 plus 2 makes 3. Plus 3 makes 6. 9 points. Nobody finished in the bonus zone. So that's 9 points for red. Plus if I hit 2 monsters, that'd be 5. So my score for the round was 14. I don't think anybody hit a clue token. What happens? Oh, somebody did and I didn't catch it. My bad. Somebody hit this. I don't know who it was. Maybe you saw it. So whoever got this will get to collect this. And at the end of the game, it's worth points. They range from 1 to, I don't know what the range is. It's a lot more than 1. It's a luck element. There's a lot of luck in the game. I mean, it's not a game to take seriously. There's a whole pile of these. I think they might go all the way up to 6, at least 5. So I think they range from 1 to 6 points, something like that. For example, this one here is 4 points. So it's just at the end of the game, you'll turn over all your clues. You can see what they are, but they're secret from everybody else. And then you'll add those to your score. And that's it. So you want to hit as many different monsters as you can in a round. You want to land on the bonus zone so you get to multiply your score. And you want to stay on the board. And you want to bump into these clues so you can get bonus points at the end of the game. To set up the next round, you just put the monsters back in their original starting spots. And I think it was the Medusa here. And I might have it wrong. I think it was Frankenstein here. And then nobody hit the skeleton, so he was down there. You get your dice back. You take new clues out randomly and put them on clues for anybody that collected clues. And you're ready to go again. That's it. If you earned any bonus dice, you just go back to 4. And the game just lasts 3 rounds. Whoever has the most points wins. I guess maybe the only tricky thing, and see, I'll take these off here to show you, is you do have to get your dice out of the holes so you'll be ready for the next round. So, for example, there's the dice that fell in there. We'd have to get those out. But it's not too bad. I just knocked those on the floor. But anyways, that is Boxtop Pinball Haunted House. As far as, is it fun? I mean, I'm going to tell you, I have not played this multiplayer. I've just messed around with it by myself. I'm going to take it upstairs and play it with my son over the next couple days. I'm going to tell you, yes, it's fun. That's the answer. Because it's tumbling dice with a few extra rules and a theme. And tumbling dice is an absolute blast. And yes, it's just cardboard. No, it's not nice wood like tumbling dice. But it works. Like the dice tumble as they should. Let me move some of these out of the way. Like, let me intentionally try to make it all the way to the skeleton down there in the third one. See? I went in the hole. But you can make it all the way down. It works as it should. Like, they got the proportions right on the box. It just works and it's fun. I absolutely recommend this. If you adore tumbling dice like I do, and you already own tumbling dice, for $20, again, I think I paid less than that off of Game Nerds or one of the websites. I think it was Game Nerds. For the price, I think it's still worth getting because the art is fantastic. The theme is fun. Creepy, but not really. Like it's, like 80s Halloween creepy. The components are good for what they are. Very good for the price. When I got this, I'm like, this is really a $20 game? Like, it's not like amazing components, but $20, they're really nice for the price. Like I said, just artwork everywhere, even where it doesn't need to be, like on the sides of things. Just really nice. Like these sideboards, you might not even notice, but they all have art on them as well. Like there's a tree down here in the graveyard. Yeah, just really, really fun. Even just messing around yourself, it's fun. And so I'm positive it's going to be a fun game, multiplayer. I think you should check this out. I hope this game gets like released in Barnes & Noble and Target and places like that. I didn't see it, unfortunately, this Halloween, but maybe it just didn't quite get out in time. But check online. Look at Game Nerds. Look at Miniature Market, wherever you find games online. I don't know if Amazon has it yet, but I hope they do. This is a game a lot of people would enjoy. And I think the main question on a lot of people's minds is going to be, is it sturdy enough to withstand repeat plays? And my answer is, I don't see why not. Because these things, these are just standees that you bump into. These aren't heavy dice. They're just basic wooden dice. You just bump into these. These are going to be fine. There's no reason those would tear up. They're good quality. Obviously, the dice are fine. The little tokens, they're going to be fine. Nothing's going to mess those up. And the box itself, as long as you're... I mean, kids can tear anything up. But if you're playing supervised or playing with adults, I don't see why the boards themselves would get ruined. Because these light dice aren't going to do anything to hurt these boxes. I mean, boxes over time can wear down, but in any reasonable amount of time, I don't see. The only thing I feel like is going to get any true wear are these sideboards. And as you can see, they just, you know, they're pretty good thickness, but they are just cardboard and they slot into these holes. But it works well, and the game would still be playable without it. It would just be a little harder. But that's the only thing I can see maybe taking any damage. And I don't feel like it's going to be that bad. They come in and out easily. I mean, I'm doing this with one hand. That being said, this is the first time I've put the game together and taken it apart. So I can't tell you, but it feels like it will last. It feels like it's not going to just fall apart. As long as it's treated respectfully. I mean, again, children can ruin anything. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that, especially for the $20 price. I mean, if it's as fun as I think it is, if it does eventually wear out, either buy another one or buy one of the different versions, the Las Vegas one or whatever they end up coming out with. But yeah, I'm not too worried about that. This is not like a disposable game. I heard some people talking about, you know, just the fact that they're comparing it to Tumbling Dice, which is an all-wood game, and this is an all-cardboard game except for the dice. They're talking like it's some kind of disposable game. It's not. It's not like you're pounding on the game. You're flicking dice down it. I feel like it's going to last as well as any, like, I don't know, dexterity or action-based board game does. Like, you know, it's not going to last for millennia like the wooden one could technically possibly. But anyways, I'm rambling now. If you can afford Tumbling Dice, 100% I recommend it. But either way, for the price, I think this is a very cool thing. Thank you for checking out the Cardboard Cave. Please like the video. Comment your thoughts on this. Have you played Tumbling Dice? Do you think this looks fun? I don't know if it's that much like Pinball, but it's fun. That's what counts. And I love the art. Yeah. And consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next time.